Yeah, boy, you see what it is? Your boy Stingray Cool here. Yep. Hold up, hold up. Before we go any further, friends. Nah, we talk about the OG legend, Jerry Lawson, the engineer, the man who created the video game system. Here we go. Jerry Lawson, also known as he's an engineer, Gerald Lawson. He was born December 1st, 1940. He died. Well, I'm gonna say passed on. I don't like to say died. He passed on April 9th, 2011. Was an American electronic engineer. All right, here we go. That's more better. It's your boy Stingray Cool. We back. Had to turn the volume up. Let's hit him with the Cracker Jack. Jerry Lawson, engineer, born Gerald Anderson Lawson on December 1st, 1940. So happy having a birthday to him. He passed on April 9th, 2011, was an American electronic engineer. He also was known for his work in designer the Fairchild Channel F video game console, as well as leading the team that pioneered the commercial video game cartridge. He was thus dubbed the father of the video game cartridge. According to a Black Enterprise magazine in 1982, he eventually left Fairchild and founded the game company VideoSoft. Of course, born December 1st, 1940, Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn in the house. Queens, New York. Brooklyn rep. He passed on April 9th, 2011 at the age of 70 in Santa Clara, California. Alma mater, Queens College. Occupation, computer engineer. Spouse, Catherine. Was married since 1965, and they ain't never had a divorce. So she married him all the way until he passed on. Children too. Early life. Lawson was born in Brooklyn, New York City on December 1st, 1940. His father, Blanton, was a longshoreman with an interest in science, while his mother, Mannings, worked for the city and also served on the Parents Teachers Association for the local school. His grandfather had studied to become a physicist, but because of racial discrimination, he could not pursue a career in physics and worked instead as a postmaster. His parents ensured he received a good education and encouraged his interest in scientific hobbies, including ham radio and chemistry. In addition, Lawson said that his first grade teacher encouraged him on his path to be someone influential, similar to George Washington Carver. I think I did content on. He lived in Queens as a teenager and he earned money by repairing television sets at the age of 13. He gained an amateur radio license and then built his own station at home with parts from local electronic stores bought with his money. He attended both Queens College and City College of New York, but did not complete a degree at either. Career. In 1970, he joined Fairchild Semiconductor in San Francisco as an applications engineering consultant within their sales division. While there, he created an early coin operated arcade game called Demolition Derby in his garage. Pure genius. Trust me, I know I'm a genius too. Takes one to know one. He created a doggone engineer, engineer system in his garage. Well, video game in his garage. No, an engineering consultant within the sales. So he doing. Oh, in 1970, he joined Fairchild Semiconductor in San Francisco as an applications engineering consultant within their sales division. While there, he created an early coin-operated arcade game called Demolition Derby in his garage, completed in early 1975 using Fairchild's new FB processors. Demolition Derby was among the earliest microprocessor driven games. In the mid 1970s, Lawson was made chief hardware engineer and director of engineering and marketing for Fairchild's video game division. There, he led the development of the Fairchild Channel F console, released in 1976 and specifically designed to use swappable game cartridges based on technology licensed for Alpax. At the time, most game systems had the game programming built into the hardware, so it could not be removed and charred or changed. Lawson and his team refined and improved technologically developed at Alpax that allowed games to be stored as software on removable ROM cartridges, a ROM if you want to say, like a CD-ROM. These could be inserted and removed repeatedly from a console unit without any danger of electric shocks. Cool. This could would allow users to buy a library of games. Yeah, boy. And provided a new revenue stream. The console manufacturers could sales of these games. Awesome. The Channel F console featured a variety of controls, including a new 8-way joystick designed by Lawson and a pause button. Thank you, God, for the pause button. That's every gamer's dream. That's a blessing from high above. You know, pause button, which first a home video game console, the Channel F was not successful commercially, but the cartridge approach was popularized with the Atari 2600, released in 1977. While my 70s babies at, I wasn't born in the 70s, I was born in the 90s. But I heard about Atari. I was born in Sega timeline, along with Nintendo. Then like finished the PlayStation, the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis era. While he was with Fairchild Lawson and Ron Jones were the sole black members of the Homebrew Computer Club, a group of early computer hobbyists that included several who became well known, including Apple founders Steve Jobs, recipe Steve Jobs, and Steve Wozniak. Much love to Steve Wozniak. Blessings upon Steve Wozniak. Thank God for Steve Wozniak. Lawson noted that he had interviewed Wozniak for a position at Fairchild but did not hire him. In 1980, Lawson left Fairchild and founded VideoSoft, a video game development company that made software for the Atari 2600 in the early 1980s. As the 2600 had displaced the Channel F as the top system in the market. VideoSoft closed about 5 years later, and Lawson started to take on consulting work. At one point, he worked with Stevie Wonder to produce a Wonder Clock. I ain't know that. Stevie Wonder. That would wake up the sound of a parent's voice through it never made it to production. But you can be the next person to make it, your own Stevie clock, like young entrepreneurs. Lawson later collaborated with the Stanford Mental Program and was preparing to write A book on his career. See, death. Around 2003, Lawson started having complications with diabetes, losing the use of one leg and sight from one eye on April 9th, 2011, about 1 month after being honored by the International Game Developers Association, IGDA. He died of complications from diabetes. At the time of his death, he resided in Santa Clara, California, and was survived by his wife, two children, and his brother. The legacy. In March 2011, Lawson was honored as an industry pioneer for his work on the game cartridge concept by the International Game Developers Association, IGDA. Lawson was honored with the ID at Xbox Gaming Heroes Awards. Shout out to Xbox. Even though I'm a PlayStation man, but I like Xbox too, and I like GameCube, and I like Nintendo. Basically, I'm a Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo person, man, and maybe even Soulja Boy console. We'll see. Okay, at the 21st Independent Games Festival on March. Oh yeah, Xbox Gaming Heroes Award at the 21st Independent Games Festival on March 20th, 2019 for leading the development of the first cartridge-based game console. There is a display of Lawson's contributions to the gaming industry on permanent display at the World Video Game Hall of Fame at the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, New York. Los Angeles Unified School District, named Elementary School Number 11, Gerald A. Lawson Academy of the Arts, Mathematics, and Science. A short documentary on Lawson and his development of the Fairchild F was produced by Cesar of Black Hollywood, director Baya Mack, and released by Black Stars Music. Haha. Television as a part of the Profiles of an African American Success video series. He also featured in the first episode of Netflix. What up, shout out to Netflix? Limited series documentary High School, released August 19th, 2020, with his story told by his children, Karen and Anderson. God bless Karen and Anderson. And may y'all keep the legacy, Karen and Anderson. May you keep the legacy of Daddy going. Much love, Karen and Anderson. The first episode of season 6 of Command Line Heroes. Jerry Lawson, the engineer who changed the game, covers his work on the Channel F. Lawson is also prominently featured in the second episode of the second season of Histories, the Toys That Built America, the birth of video games, along with other pioneers of the early video game industry, Nolan Bushnell, and Ralph Burr. University of Southern California's games program and Take-Two Interactive established the Gerald A. Lawson Fund in May 2021 to support Black indigenous students enrolled in the university's programming seeking careers in the video game industry. Microsoft also began contributing to the fund in August 2021. The Google Doodle on December 1st, 2022, I meant to say, was dedicated to Lawson to celebrate what would have been his 82nd birthday, allowing the user to make games and modify existing to build games. And that's the story of the creator of the video game console, Jerry Lawson. May his soul rest in peace. Happy heavenly birthday to you, Jerry Lawson. And may God give you plenty more heavenly birthdays to come. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to support the channel, money wise, dollar signs thing very cool. But most important, share this to everybody. Let these young Black kids know their history. And we out. And let our kids know their history. And let the video game kids know their history. And let the people like playing with these consoles know their history and know where it came from.